Hey guys, my name is Emily, if you haven't seen my face before, and today I'm going to be going over my results for the Ting 2-week shred challenge. This is the second challenge I've done by Ting, and if you want to see the first one I have on my channel, I'll leave that in my cards up there. I know she has uploaded more than one 2-week shred program on her website, so this is the 2019 version, just to clarify. I am making my way through all of her programs that she's uploaded on her website, so I am only in the 2019 version, but eventually I will get up to the newer versions. Whenever I started this challenge, I did set realistic expectations. I wasn't looking for drastic change in my weight or my definition of muscle or anything like that. I was mostly looking forward to building up my endurance a bit because I did slack a little bit during the summer with exercise, and I have lost my endurance quite a bit in terms of how long I can hold certain exercises like planks, or how long I can go without breaks kind of thing. And I really wanted to get back into this groove of exercising and build up my endurance again. So that was my main goal for this 2-week shred program. I thought the 2-week shred program would be perfect for this because it is so short that I was hoping I wouldn't lose motivation and momentum as I was completing it to get to the end, and hoping that I wouldn't just give up halfway, which I tend to want to do with programs that are really long. I am going to be putting my weight and measurements in this video just so I could track my progress from before and after completing the challenge. So if that is something that is triggering to you, I would just recommend you not watch this video because I definitely do not want to trigger anybody. So to start off, my weight was 138 pounds, my waist was 32.5 inches, my hips were 36 inches, my butt was 40 inches, and my thighs were 23 inches. I did want to make sure I included videos of my legs just in case I did lose any inches off them. Since this 2-week shred program is so short, I did want to include more frequent check-ins than I did in my last Ting results video, so just keep that in mind, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Day 1 went pretty good for me. It felt really good to start getting into the groove of exercising again, but I did notice that my endurance had gone down a bit from the break of exercise that I took. But that was completely fine. I was motivated to get that back up to where it used to be and to start rebuilding my strength again. So I did have to use quite a bit of extra breaks, but that's completely fine. Everyone has to start somewhere, and you should never feel bad about having to take modifications of moves or anything like that. I was a little bit sore day 2, but I still tried to push through and do my best. I ended up actually lasting longer in the burpees and the mountain climbers than I did during day 1, but I still took a few minute breaks in between the different sets just so that I could catch my breath and kind of recover again before going right back into the exercise. But overall, I was still feeling pretty good and I wasn't too tired. I didn't end up recording anything for day 3 because I was so sore after day 2 that I could barely do anything day 3. My legs were super sore, my abs were super sore, and I didn't have much range of motion without wincing. So I still did my best though. I didn't complete the last video in day 3, but that's all right. You only do what you can. So day 4, I tried to push myself a little bit more since I did less on day 3. I was still pretty sore, but I managed to pull through and completed all of the videos, including the new arm one, which was actually pretty good. I really enjoyed that one. I have actually made a little bit more improvement in terms of my endurance, which I'm really happy about. Day 6 was definitely a challenge for me, and I want to put it out there that this particular program by Ting is one of the hardest ones that I have done so far by her. It is really challenging and really high intensity, which is good if that's what you're looking for, but I just don't want anyone to be discouraged if they're trying this and they're having a hard time with it, which I definitely was. I found I had to take a lot more breaks than she was taking, and I had to pause the video and try to recover a little bit, and that is completely fine if you also have to do the same. Something that I was really trying to work on here is instead of just stopping the exercise completely if I needed to rest, I would just take a little pause like I'm doing here and then get right back on it and try to keep going, or even do some modifications just so I could stay moving throughout the majority of the time. Fun fact, day 8 is the first day that I actually saw literal beads of sweat dripping down my arms. So I knew that I was definitely pushing myself today. And I was still trying to remind myself to take breaks if I need to, instead of just trying to rush through the exercises and really trying to squeeze my abs, which is something that I sometimes forget, but I'm trying to work on remembering to do that. Today was also the first day that we did the Ariana Grande abs video, which was optional, but I decided to do it. And let me just say, my abs were burning this whole video, and I loved it. It was actually really fun to do the moves in time with the beats of the song, which is really a cool idea, I guess. It kept me motivated, and I had fun doing it. Day 10 is when I was finally able to complete the burpees in the do this every day to lose weight video, because I always had to stop before the timer since it was so difficult for me, but this was the day I was finally able to go right until the timer went off to complete the exercise in both sets of burpees, which I was super proud of myself for doing because burpees is definitely one of the moves that I struggle with the most. Any day that has the 11 line abs video in it is just crazy for me because those exercises burn your abs so bad, especially after completing the first ab video. It's just crazy, but I love it because I can really feel myself squeezing my abs and I can really feel that burn, so I know that I'm getting stronger, which is something that I love. Even on the 12th day, that video is still super hard for me. I definitely could not complete every single exercise, and that's fine. I can definitely keep working on it even once I complete this challenge. I'll probably keep doing this video even after I finish because it is really that good. Day 14 finally came for this challenge and I couldn't be happier. It always feels so great to finish challenges, even if they're short like this one, just because you really feel like you accomplished something after finishing the final day. And it was such a good feeling to know that I have improved in some things, especially those burpees, as well as the mountain climbers and anything that was in a plank form. I really feel like I have improved the amount of time that I've been able to hold that position, which is great because that was basically my only goal for this challenge, not to lose weight or lose inches or anything like that. I was mainly focused on building up my endurance. And I can happily say that I did indeed increase my endurance, especially in those plank forms, and I couldn't be happier with that. I'm definitely not at the level that I was at the beginning of the summer, but that's totally fine. I am looking forward to building my way up, and this challenge was a great building block for that because it was short and I didn't lose motivation while completing it, and I just saw the light at the end of the tunnel and I kept pushing for it. And it feels so good to be done. Even though it was a great experience, I am really happy that I finally completed it. I will say that the results of this challenge did surprise me a little bit. My weight is now 139.6, my waist is 31 inches, my hips are 36 inches, my butt is 40 inches, and my thighs are 23 inches. The only things that changed were my weight and my waist. So my weight did go up 1.6 pounds, and my waist went down 1.5 inches. Those two things do seem to kind of counteract each other, but I always like to think of weight as not the complete package because your weight isn't something that will define just how healthy you are or your progress necessarily. That's why I always like to take my measurements as well, because the weight gain by itself, if that's all I took, I would have thought, oh, this challenge didn't do anything for me because I just gained weight. But in reality, I did actually lose 1.5 inches off my waist, which was actually really surprising. I didn't expect to see any change in terms of getting more lean or anything like that, but I am definitely impressed. That being said, everyone's body is different, and I've seen some people do these challenges that see absolutely no results, and I've seen some people who have had very impressive results just in that 2-week frame. So it is important to note that everyone's body is different, and the results that some person has may not reflect on the results that you might have if you do attempt this challenge. Overall, I will say that I'm pretty pleased with this challenge. I think it was really effective in what it was. It's a 2-week shred program that is designed to get you a little bit more fit, and it's not a long program at all, so it isn't going to get you super buff abs in 2 weeks because that's just not realistic. But for what it is, I think it did its job. I definitely felt a lot more energetic after completing this challenge, after getting back into that exercise routine. My mood was better, I just felt happier, more energized, and overall just better. I will, of course, link this challenge down below, and I would recommend it for anybody who wants something quick and simple that is also pretty intense and might even get you some results, because it is still a pretty difficult challenge. The videos are intense and you definitely have to work at it if you want to see any improvement. You guys can let me know down below if you noticed any change from my before and afters as well. This is the first video that I'm making after moving. I did move for school, so I'm still getting settled into my new place, and I will hope to still make videos pretty frequently. My goal is to get videos posted once every 2 weeks, if not once every week. That is a goal that I will try to stick to. Okay, so that wraps up this video. I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you want to check out any of my other videos, you can go right on ahead. I will be making some more Chloe Ting videos in the future, so if you want to see those or any of my other videos, you can go ahead and subscribe. If you want to, you can leave a like or a comment, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks, bye, God bless.